Hey, it's Blast Miner Dad.
Fritz Boulder.
And we're the father and son.
Minecraft build team.
And we're back playing EVE Online, right, Fritz?
Mm-hmm.
In our series, Don't Gank Me, Bro. Where ganking in EVE Online means what, Fritz?
Killing.
Means killing. It means getting killed by another player, not by the environment, right? By the other player. And we are playing our Fritz Builder character, where we've invited people to send us bounties in the game to try to kill us, to make it more interesting, right? Mm-hmm. So we've already got a bounty. I logged in earlier, and we do have a bounty, and the person that sent us the bounty was also nice enough to send us a little bit of money, which was nice too. So I do ask that if you send us a bounty, try to send us a little money too, right? So that I know who sent the bounty, right? Mm-hmm. And to kind of help us, because it says bounty placed on you. I don't want to click it because I don't want to show the name of the person, you know. Mm-hmm. But you could send me an EVE mail through the game to say what name you want me to give you a little shout out for. So if you send us a bounty and you want a little shout out, send us a little EVE mail, right? Mm-hmm. So you can go here. It's the little mail icon here, and you go compose, and you make a mail and you send it to somebody in the game, right? Mm-hmm. So send me a little mail with your name, and it'll give you a little shout out. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what we're gonna do, Fritz, in the first part of this series is really learn how to play, right? Mm-hmm. And the first thing, this junk came up here, this little help window, and they do have a lot of help in this game because the game is so complicated, but it just kind of sucks, and I don't like it. It's not very fun. So we're going to work today on this thing called the agents. Agent Finder. This is the only agent in this system that the space station that we're parked at right now is Aurora. I don't know how to say that. How do you say that?
I don't know.
I don't know. And that's the helpy person. And it says that we have a offered quest right here. This says it's offered. Okay. And we click this thing, say start conversation, to accept this thing. And these quests are always like the same kind of stuff, Fritz. Mm-hmm. They always involve you going to some location. See, it says location, and there's got like this little orangey circle right here. And when the circle is a check mark, we can finish the mission. So they'll give you like different things down here, and when they're all checked out, that means you did it, and you did it right. So what we've got to do, it says fly to the location in space, retrieve your ship, and use it to carry back an item from a local gun-to cargo rig. Okay, so what I'm going to do in order to find this place, okay, is I'm going to go over the name, and I'm going to right-click on it, and it says, if it says set destination, that means it's not in our current system. If it says add a waypoint, then it's in the local system, and we'll be okay. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we can add a waypoint to it, which I just did. Otherwise, if it said set destination, I can do that. And otherwise, I hardly ever read this junk. This is the mission description, and I hardly ever read it. I know that's probably bad. But all these missions involve either like you go somewhere and kill people, you go somewhere and mine something, or you pick something up and take it somewhere. And that's it. Right? That's pretty easy. Isn't that easy? All right, so we've got to click accept to accept the mission. Right? Accept the mission. So we've accepted the mission, and it's there. See, it says accepted over here. All right, and we could say complete it if we finished it, but we haven't finished it. How can you tell we haven't finished it?
Because we haven't gotten a location.
Yeah, we haven't gone there, and we haven't got this little check mark yet, right? So if I say complete, then it says, you bad boy, you have not done this yet, right? Okay, so we're good. So let's close that. And, you know, I should have done this at the very start of the thing. This has helped me out quite a bit for everybody else out there. If you hit the escape key to bring up your options, make sure in this graphics and display that I set the UI scaling all the way to like as max as it can go. And then I go to chat, and is it in chat? It's in one of these. I think it's in, general settings. I set the font size up, there we go, as high as can be, and that way the font is a little higher so I can read it on the screen, right? Because there's so much reading involved in this game. All right, so we're ready to go, Fritz? All right, let's get to our little ship, and this first mission when you first start the game is just to find your ship. because right now I'm in a pod, this pod thing, and that's like it doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any guns. It doesn't have any stuff in it. It's just like it's like an escape pod. You know what an escape pod is?
Yep.
What's that?
It's where let's say your ship was about to blow, you get in it and you go away from the ship.
That's right. Okay, so we're good here, and what we can do to leave is we could do undock, right? So we click that, and we're gonna go out in space, and we're gonna go get our ship, our first mission. And I bet, Fritz, that we're probably the first person in EVE history to launch off of the space station the first mission and already have a bounty. We've already got a bounty on us. Which is funny because so someone could right now try to kill us at this very moment, right?
But it wouldn't. It's like not worth it right now.
Well, it's not worth it, and the reason is right now we're in this thing called high security space, and if somebody attacks us in here, the space police will come out like almost immediately and try to kill you, and so you don't necessarily want to do that. So here's like a player. This is a player right here. In a capsule, somebody else right here, and I'm right clicked on them, and I can say look at, and I can look. That's their cap. They're probably on their way to get their ship too, right? And let's see, right click, and let's show info. This is that person. So this is somebody playing the game right now, a little bit ahead of us, in their little capsule, and we could attack them at any point, right? But what prevents us from doing that, so I right-clicked here and I said, look at my ship, so we go back to my guy. What prevents us is this little green button right here. This is really important, Fritz, to know that you have this on. This is called your safety. So when you have this on, that means that it's not going to let us do something that would give us a reason for the space police to come get us. So when you start the game, you've already got that on. So like a new person that's playing, they'd be like, oh, they've got a bounty, let me shoot them. It'll probably tell them, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, right? But if I take it and say disable the safety, then now we could shoot another new person ship, right? So it's always a good thing to have this to make sure it's green when you're playing, right? Okay, so we're ready to go get our ship?
Yep.
All right, so we've left our station right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to warp to go get our ship, and it's in the same solar system that we're in, right? And this is, I think, my best way to find out where I need to go. So there's these little tabs right here, and when I click them, more stuff comes out. This shows me where I'm at. We are in Can you say that? Borings. We're in borings. We're in the boring system. What do you think? Is it the boring system?
Not really.
Okay. And it shows us the security status. One is the high security. We're in the most high security in the regions and all this. We'll get to that at some point. And what moon we're at and what area we're in. Okay. And if I click this, there's a route. There's no route right now. And route. Oh, route. Whatever. Okay, fine. Whatever. Route. Potato. And then this is the agent missions. And this is the way I go find it. This is our mission that we accepted, right? And I can go down here, and this is the place we need to go. And it says warp to location. So if I just left-click that, that's going to warp us to where we need to go. If it was outside our system, it'll say set to destination. But right now, it's just warp to location. So if I click that, I'll warp. Ready? You want to warp me? Here, why don't you? Let me hand you the mouse. Okay, why don't you warp me there? Okay. So we're gonna head out. We're like on, sort of like an autopilot-y thing. It's warping. Cool.
And I can spin us around.
Yeah. So you could click and then you hold it and you move us around. And you get to see all the neat, wonderful space, right? And you get nice spacey music. But I gotta say, the majority of this game is you warping around places, right? Alright, so somewhere in here should be our ship of some sort. Or something. Let me see. What do we got? What we have here... Is this somebody else? I think that could be somebody else. Yeah, that is somebody else, isn't it? Let's see. We can go look at them. You know, look at them.
Oh, you just got his ship.
Is that my ship? Could be.
That's the
Okay, let's see. Look at my ship. Go back to me. All right.
That's your
Is that my ship? Because it said to go get our ship, right? So I'm right clicking over it, and it says board ship. So should I board it, or I could approach it, or orbit it? These are the different things we could do. So maybe we should practice this right now. So like I right click on it, right, and I could approach it. That just brings me closer to it, right? So I am approaching the ship.
Oh, so it's our ship.
Yeah, our ship, our new ship. Yeah. And this game is very different. It's not like you don't get a joystick. Remember, like the was it X-Plane? Yeah, we don't get a joystick. And
so now let's abort it.
Right. But I understand now why they didn't have this in the game. And you know why they didn't have using a joystick? Because then people would be hitting each other. Because see, like I said, approach it, and you notice my ship stopped right beforehand. So if I right click on it and say orbit, and this is closer and this is really far away, right? So I can orbit it at 2,500 meters, so it's going to orbit around and around. It's going to go roundy. So it's going to go out. Well, it's going to go out to the distance I said. So I said 2,500. So it's going to go right out to 2,500, and then it's going to start orbiting. You know what an orbit means? What's that?
It goes around and around.
Yeah, like how like the Earth orbits the sun, right? So here we're in an orbit, right? So this is how you control your ship. You do this stuff. You don't do a joystick. You use the mouse, and you do that.
Let's abort.
Okay.
Now we need to board it.
So I can right click it on there, or I can right click it up here in this little overview, and let's board it. Right? That's what you wanted to do. Oh, that was quick.
I thought it would be a little longer.
Yeah, I thought it would be too. I think you gotta like climb in there and like you know get your snack, and I mean he's got to have a soda or something, right? Because he had like 5,000 sodas in his little like on the base.
And now you gotta get the cargo, the empty cargo pit that you can get.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even remember that part of the mission. I like forgot about that by now. Okay, so when you know, wait, let's close this. To know that you finished the mission, right, or what else you got to do is you go down here to read details. If I do start conversation, it doesn't work. I don't know why they even have this button, because you can't converse with someone that unless if you're in the station with them. So it doesn't do anything. But the read the details will show me the mission, right? So blah 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 blah, and I don't have a check mark yet.
Because you need to get the cargo.
I need to get the cargo, and so when you go to places, a lot of times they have these things, this warp gate, and it again, I think this is a way for them to solve like gaming problems within the game, because when you activate this is not a jump gate to take you to another star system. It's in the same system, just like you're warping like your regular ship, but it makes like another little game zone that only you can get to. And I think that's why they had this on the game. So that way, when you go to a mission, there's these gates all the time. So you'll see that all the time. And you'll know that you haven't finished the mission yet when there's another gate to get to. Okay, so we've got this thing. What do you think we should do?
I don't know.
Okay, so we could... It's in our overview. All right. So I can right-click on it. And I can lock the target. You want me to lock a target on it? That's for like shooting at it, but I don't think we're gonna shoot at it, right?
Yeah, because you don't have anything.
Okay, what should we do? Tell me. Should we approach it, orbit it, keep it at range? You know what keep it at range means?
What?
Okay, that says like I want to stay 1,000 meters away. So I click that, and it's going to bring me up to that point and stay there. So like if this guy was flying around, my ship would try to stay at that range. Does that make sense? That's really helpful for like shooting stuff, because sometimes your weapons can only shoot certain distances. Okay, you see it got too close? Now it's going to back off. See the thing? See how it scrolled? Now it's too far. Now it's going to turn it back around again. It's just going to keep it at 1,000. That makes sense? Okay, so we're ready to get our cargo?
Yep.
What should we do?
Well, we got to find the cargo.
Okay. What's going to be in here, right? It says the Galante cargo rig.
Okay.
So how do you think we find it if it's in here?
I don't know.
Well, should we click on it and see what it does?
Yeah. Let's just click on it.
Okay. Okay, left clicking doesn't do anything. Should I right click?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to right click. Now, what do you think I should open? Can you read them?
Open cargo.
Open cargo. Good job. See, even an 8-year-old can play this game. Open cargo. All right. This is what I needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is my pilot's license. This is your pilot's license. You got a pilot license just like that. All right. So this is the cargo in there. And this is Fritz Builder's Velator or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to take this and drag it into here. I can't put it in the drone bay because that's where our drones go, but it can go in here. So here, let me hand you the mouse. You do that. Okay, drag and drop me. There we go. Very good. Now it's in there. Now we can close that window.
Close it.
All right. Now you think we finished our mission, our first mission?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's read the details of our mission detail log and see if we did. Do you remember where that was in there? It says it's right under agent missions. There it is. So click that and read the details. And they got nice attacky space music while we're doing this. I think we're good.
All right.
How do you know we're good?
Check.
We got a check mark. All right. And now we need to fly back to where we came from. Do you know where we came from? Ah, no. We didn't know where we came from. Where do we go? All right. Well, this is all the stuff in the system, and there's only one space station in the system, so I'm pretty sure that this one's it, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want to find out where you got the mission from, you can go back in here, right? When you click that down, and it says Agent Home Base. That's the agent's home base. And if it's in the same system, it'll say dock, because you're in the same system. Like we didn't jump outside, right? And if it's not, it says set destination. We'll get to that in the next minute, right? So I think if you just click dock, I think it'll take you right there. Right? Did you click it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're driving. We're going. It's doing itself.
It's going downward.
Is it going downward?
Yep.
Yeah, Hans like freaks out on this game because he's like, go up, go high. And there is no high or up or down. Like, right? Because if you like move your ship around and orient yourself to whatever, there's no up, down, left, right,
Like,
you know.
let's say you're inside.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Let's say you're inside and you flipped it around. It doesn't matter. You always feel like you're just.
Yeah, you just write yourself. You gotta watch. We'll have to show you that movie, the Ender's Game, because the gate is down. Ender, there is no up, down, left, or right. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting docked, right? When we finished our first mission. So I think now you can go to that mission guy down there, the agent. It's down to see the mission tabs. There it is. And you go back to talk to that guy, the bald blue guy, and say, complete the mission. All right. And we finished our mission. We're done. So we got our ship. There's our ship right there.
Yep.
Right? And remember he gave us something when we finished the mission? Do you remember that he gave us something?
Like a training.
A training book, right? Okay, so if I go to my inventory, which is right here, all right, and we go in our inventory, and this is our ship inventory. This is our ship right now, right? It's not in there. It's not in there, and it's not in our drone bay. This is our hangar. And well, it looks like somehow we ended up getting 2 ships. I don't know why. You always get the free newbie ship. You can always get that junky ship back. This is the worst ship in the whole game. You hate this ship. All right. Yeah.
Once you
get better, we'll buy better ships in a minute. And then down in the item hangar, this is all the stuff that's stuck in the space station. So he gave me the thing here in the space station, right?
Repair system.
Yeah, so this, let's see, I right-click on it, show info, operation of armor hull repair modules. Oh, okay, so I get it. So he wants us to train this thing so that later when we do this mission from him, we know how to use this item, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, and Eve, doing anything requires a skill book, right? I mean, if there was a space potty in Eve, you'd have to have a skill book to know how to use the potty. Right? Would that be funny? But that's
Yeah.
true, right? Wouldn't that be true? Like, there'd be like a wipe skill. Like, you know, because like Bubba, he has to learn how to use the potty because he was on diapers. That's like skill number 1, use the diapers. Skill number 2, like go pee. And then skill number 2, like go poop.
Mm-hmm.
And then skill number 4 is like you don't wet your bed.
And then like skill number 5, learn to
Learn to
get
hold
dressed.
it. learn
hold it. Get
learn to
dressed.
hold it through the day. All right, so let's do, like, I guess this video, the rounded out here, is we're going to talk about skills real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn this skill. So I right-click on it, and I'm going to say train now to skill level 1. And that's going to throw it in our skill bar, okay? And I'm going to say yes. Because I actually, you know, I didn't explain this in the last video or even to tell Fritz about it, but I threw some skills in the training, on the training queue, because you should always keep some skills in the training queue, right? Mm-hmm. So I clicked my guy, and this is all of our junk with our guy, and we're going to go through this stuff, Fritz, right? Mm-hmm. But the first one is skills, and these are all the skills that we have right now, all right? And I just threw one in the training queue. This is the queue that came up right here. And right now I'm doing this armor repair system, and it's taking 7 minutes to finish, which is not a lot. And then there's another skill. You can like queue up a bunch of skills down this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And you should always have something skilled because this takes real time to skill. This is the difference between this game and like Warcraft or other games where like killing stuff makes you better. In this game, killing stuff just gets you more money. It doesn't make you a better player. The skills get you better, and it takes real time in the real world to train your skills, right?
Yep.
So that's this one right here, and we're at 0, which is nothing trained, and we're training it at level 1. And I've also got gunnery. I think this is gunnery. Show info. Yeah, gunnery. I threw that one on the queue, and it was like a 20-hour train. Some of these go from minutes, and to the very end, they can go to like days, hours, months. Some of them could be months to get into like the largest ship. We're gonna see. You want to see how long it takes you to get to the largest ship? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go through this later, but we put this thing up here just to example. The largest ship that we could do. Here's the Titan, the biggest one. If I right-click that and say Show Info, and that's the ship. And to do anything, this is the requirements right here, right?
It doesn't look like the ship on the picture.
It kind of doesn't, does it?
No.
And I don't get like a 3D model of it, which is kind of junk. Oh, there it is. I do get a 3D model of it. That's cool. I like double clicked it, and that's my. I can only scroll it in. It's like it's supposed to be superly huge, but this tab that says requirements, that'll tell me what skills I need to learn it. And look, all the skills I need to learn it, and the total time to train just to sit in the ship and not do anything in it would be 192 days.
Whoa.
Right. So you should always keep your skills training something, and we'll go through that as we continue this series, right?
You should always keep your skills training.
You should always keep them training in something, especially at this point. All right, well, I think we're good with this first video. We got our ship, and we talked to this Aurora person, and we're going to continue going through these missions. I think the first one is here, get this armor repair. Mm-hmm. It says, I need to destroy the fuel depot and then move on to the pirates next area. So let's do that in the next series. The next video, we'll do attacking. We'll learn how to shoot stuff. I'm going to teach you how to shoot stuff, okay? Because we're working toward Fritz's goal of mining, right? Yep. We're going to mine. He really wants to mine, just like in Minecraft. Okay, Fritz. So we'll continue with this. Maybe a video tomorrow, right, Fritz? Mm-hmm. And the series of Don't Gank Me, Bro. That's our bro. Don't gank him. But you can, right? Because it'd be funny. We didn't get shot. We came out and we didn't get shot the first time. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the high security zone.
We're in the high security zone. Anyway, so we'll see you later, right, Fritz?
Bye.
Bye.